What up, everybody? It's your boy Jamel Lamar. Welcome to the Renayssance. Now today, I'm privileged, and I don't use that word. You know, I'm a BK dude. We don't use that word too often, but I'm privileged to be sitting here today with one of hip hop's most superb lyricists, MCs. I mean, this man has given us, projects like Going 8. And that's how I was introduced to him. Then you got projects like Lincoln Way Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got projects like Honest Cowboy. I mean, this brother right here has delivered some classic hip hop.
Thank you.
I'm talking about blue collar gang recording artist, and may I add, not only artist but CEO.
Yes.
As well. Stalley, what's good, bro?
Man, thank you for the warm welcoming. What's good? What's happening, man? We here.
Man, as I was talking, like we was talking a little bit before we hit play on this, but man, listen, I've been listening to you for so long. Like I can tell you, I remember the first time I heard you. At that time, I was in college, Mega Evans College.
Ooh, okay.
And a friend of mine who, like, we were really into like artists like yourself who gave concept to music, who delivered them the storytelling, just lyrically, guys who can take you away from your own self. And he was like, yo, have you heard of this new cat? At the time, he was saying this cat from Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, and then he's like, this cat named Stalley. I'm like, nah, I ain't never heard of him.
Right.
He played, like, he gave me the mixtape. At that time, you know, we was doing the iPods.
Yes.
I sat there on the A train. Rocking. I'm like, oh, like, literally, and you know music is tough when you got to close your eyes and listen to it. It's like, oh.
You just
and then from that point on, man, I forever been a fiend.
Man, thank you, bro. And thank your homie for passing it on, man, because that's the beauty of music, is when someone who hears something special and wants to share it with others, man. That's what people forget in the day of social media and the day of, you know, the internet in general, is that word of mouth is still heavily influenced and strong. So I always recommend, if you love something, if you're passionate about something, if you care about something, and if you care about somebody, make sure that you share it with them, man. Make sure, especially if they like-minded, they got the same sensibilities, the same outlook on life, the same goals, whatever it is, share that for them. Give them that gem, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him and shout out to you for even giving this platform so we can share with more people who might not know who Stalley is.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, I'm a listen. After this interview, we gonna make sure they don't know you now.
Right.
Now, for all baby who believe you're originally from Ohio, as you just taught, you blessed me with some beautiful information. When I say it's beautiful, it's because you're actually from my hometown. My hood, you from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
I never knew, out of all of the years I listened to you, I never knew that. So it makes sense now, like, but when can you recall that, or can you recall that moment in your life where you fell in love with music?
Man, you know, growing up, let me see if I can recall a moment. I feel like it's always been something that has been a part of me. It's been a part of my family. You know, I have aunts and uncles who performed and who, you know, had singing groups and just went across the country, performing themselves. So just growing up in that and seeing them listening to music, my mother always playing music around the house. So I can't remember like an exact moment, but I mean, we were listening to, and my grandmother, she always listened to country music, which is funny, you know what I mean? So growing up, I heard everything from country music to Michael Jackson, from Travis Tritt to Michael Jackson to Tupac, you know what I mean, to Bone, to who, it was being played in the house. And, actually being born in Ohio, in the Midwest, I feel like we got a lot of everything, you know what I mean? We weren't really what is the word I'm looking for? We wasn't like stuck on one genre or one side. We listened to East Coast, West Coast, down south, everything in between. So so we just definitely got a real diverse sound and energy that comes from the people just surrounding me. So I walk outside, the homeboys is playing Too Short in their car, they playing Scarface in their car, they playing Wu-Tang in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything. Yeah, so it's everything being played. So I guess just music being around me and always being just there for me, it just always was in me. You know what I mean? Just always something that I loved, I gravitated towards. Like you said, I could close my eyes and kind of just drift away and take myself to another place or take myself to somewhere or to where, that artist is describing, whether it's, in the hood, whether it's in the back seat of a car, whether it's in love, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, on the beach, wherever you are there. And I think that's something that always helped me to escape a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That and reading books, all music and reading always helped me to escape a little bit. So always had a love since a youth.
And I definitely hear that in your music, because one thing I definitely hear consistently is soul.
Yes.
Like, and it you make it so water. It's like the storytelling and the perspective, the opinion, like, listening to any of your songs, you are definitely a conscious, intelligent brother.
Thank you.
And it's like, I can tell, like, sitting with you, I can sit with you in the park and we can chop it up about anything, but I would learn something off you, and you would make an attempt to receive something off me. So to have that type of connection with any artist just through their music, I feel like, man, that's a gift of God all in itself.
Yes. And it would be important for me to learn as much as I can off of you and from you, I should say, so that I can even put that into the music, so I can tell a part of your story or a part of the history that we have between each other, a conversation. It can go miles and be the voice for the people. You know what I mean? That's the important part, is to be the voice of the people, not just myself. So that's what I try to do also in the music, is bring out not only my soul, but the soul of the people around me as well. And that's what I tried to do with, or not even what I tried to do, but that's what I did with Lincoln Way Nights, Savage Journey, Honest Cowboy. Those projects was bringing you not only my story, but everyone's story around me.
And trust me, man, like I still play a lot of a lot of those joints sometimes, and yeah. I just need to hear something on my ride to wherever I'm going.
Yes.
If I'm going, I need something that keep my mind just in a good space.
Right.
Now, what's unique about you is, and a lot of people may not realize it, is not only are you a incredible artist, but you are also an incredible businessman.
Yes.
You have your own label,
Blue
Collar Game.
Yes.
And what was some people don't realize is you actually had that before you even got in the mix with any of the majors.
Yes.
With you not only being with a few majors, but also running independent, what would you advise up and coming independent artists about that process or going through, because you have been on both sides? So what advice would you give to artists that's trying to get to where you're at currently in your career?
I would say just always identify your goals and always keep your goals in front of everything. You know what I mean? Because when we come in as artists, right? When we first start, whether it's in the basement, whether it's in our bedrooms, whether it's outside on the block rapping to the homies, we have a goal, we have a dream, right? So always stay true to that dream and to that goal. Always place that first before anything. Make sure your business is always square business and taken care of the right way, but always put yourself and the ones around you that support you and that you support, and keep them in the forefront of everything you do, and never lose track or sight of that. Because I feel like so many people can get caught up in labels or caught up in brands or whatever it is, and they can lose themselves. But you always got to stay with whatever you come with. Just stay focused on that until you accomplish everything that you want to, and build and build and build and keep building. Not saying that you have to stay independent forever, because as business people, anybody knows, you can collaborate with brands. You can put your brand next to another brand. You can always get help, but always make sure that they know what you stand for, what your brand is about, what you aim to accomplish, and make sure that if anybody comes aligned with you or locks arms with you, that they're helping you accomplish those goals too. And they're not taking away from anything that you're doing.
Oh, I definitely dig it, man. I mean, it's one thing to just, to feed somebody, but if you teach them how to fish, everybody can truly eat forever.
Right. Exactly. And that's what the goal is. You know what I mean? That's what the goal is. You always want to make sure that everyone is eating. God forbid anyone around me is broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we always going to try to make sure that everybody is, and everybody who has their specific dream or goal, we want to make sure that they accomplish those too. Because that's success to me, when you can make everyone around you successful. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't always have to be on the scale of being the richest or the flashiest or whatever the case some people think success is, or they envision success to be. But you just want to make sure that people are being able to take care of themselves and their families.
Now, I can definitely dig it. Now, I want to right now talk to Stalley, the label, label owner, because it's one thing to talk to the artist, but the label owner, because there may be some artists watching this interview right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask a question. They're probably like just off the top want to know, who does Stalley, CEO of Blue Collar Gang, look at, or what does he look for when signing an artist?
Man, I look for character. I look for the passion and the love that you have for your craft, how hungry you are, how dedicated you are. Because that's what blue collar is. We getting it out the mud. We grinding. We got to get our, we got to get our hands dirty. This isn't, a overnight success. This isn't something that comes easy for any of us. So just to see how hard that somebody wants to work, how dedicated someone is, how much they love what they do, how much love and attention to detail that they put into their craft, how much you're willing to put into it to get, because there's a lot of artists who think they have a perception of, even myself maybe at once thought like, you get signed, you get rich, everything's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the perception of an artist coming into the game who doesn't know much about the business or the industry. So I want to be able to help teach young artists about the business so that they don't go through things that I might have went through, or I can help them go through the things that I did go through, but in a smoother way. You know what I mean? And just know what to ask for, know what to look for, know what to expect from certain situations and certain people. You know what I mean? Because expectations sometimes are too high for what's really going to be given. You know what I mean? But just as far as artists, I just look for that, and just look for people who are really hungry, and who just really, you know, they're not looking for like a handout. They're looking to actually stay what is it? Because whatever took you there, I feel like whatever takes you to get the notice, whatever takes you to get someone like myself or anybody to notice you, you got to keep doing that times 100 once they notice you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, you know, if you need any A&Rs,
yes.
call me. I can get you anything you want, any genre you want.
Say no more. Okay. Say no
That's
more.
it.
Say no
I got
more.
you.
Say no more for real. And that's the thing. I'm always looking for people like you who's in the know, who's tapped in, who know, you know, because I do everything myself now. I'm the A&R, I'm the president, I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always looking for people like yourself who is in the know, who knows what the where music is trending to, you know, where artists are, who to look at, who to grab, who has all those attributes that I just mentioned. You know what I mean? You might be able to spot somebody faster than I can. You know what I'm saying? So
I think, yeah, listen, we gonna talk more after the interview.
Yeah. We always looking to build strong team, just a strong team in general.
Listen, I'm all for it. So we definitely gonna talk after the interview. Well, what I'm getting that back to now is Stalley the artist.
Yes.
Now, and we're gonna talk about your new project in a sec. But before we get there, I want to know for you, what's your process when creating music? I know every artist is different. It's like being a painter. Like every painter they're inspired differently. They have their own perception. When Stalley is working on a project, because I don't see you just doing songs. I forever see you doing full-length movie projects.
Yes.
What's your process like?
Man, and that's a good call, you know, because I try to get into a time. I mean, you know, like I sometimes try to get myself in the mode of maybe just putting out records, right? Putting out singles or putting out loose records, however you want to call it. But I always get so tapped into a concept. I envision, you know, like when I work on projects, I treat them like almost like novels. Like every one is a different book or a different chapter, you know, to be cliche, but a different chapter of my life. So it's all about living, all about being inspired. The weirdest things can inspire me, though. I can be inspired by my family. I can be inspired by, you know, a book I read. I can be inspired by a car I just bought. I can be, you know, it can be anything. But I really take my time and make sure that I'm inspired in a way that I haven't been before. So I'm always elevating and creating and tapping into a different part of me that I haven't yet. So it's always new and refreshing. That's my biggest thing, you know what I mean? Is just trying to continue to elevate and take steps up and never, you know, be on a flat plane or going down, obviously. But I feel like that's the unique thing and the best thing about my career is that I just keep getting better. You know what I mean? And I get that compliment a lot, you know what I mean? And even when it comes to flow and sharpening up that, you know what I mean? Sharpening up the flow, sharpening up the using my voice as an instrument more, you know what I mean? Learning how to songwrite instead of being a lyricist all the time, you know what I mean? Learning how to create a vibe, learning how to create a mood or a feeling or, you know, or just giving you a world to live in. And that's, you know, what I try to do as an artist. And that's what inspires me the most, is to figure out how to do those things and continue to better myself as a man and as an artist.
How would you say the pandemic inspired you? Because you got the new project, Gone Baby Gone, which is fire.
Thank you.
I mean, it's and you're definitely one of those artists where when I listen to the projects, I actually do not skip songs.
Yeah.
I let it slide. Like I can't jump in something. I gotta start at the first track and take it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But you know, like we all know that the pandemic, like, you know what I mean? I mean, we're getting better, but you know, we still have a ways to go. But
Yes.
how you as an artist, how would you say that influenced your music within the past 2 years?
Man, I would say that it helped me. It helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? Because during the pandemic, obviously we have time. We have time to sit with ourselves, to think, to build with our loved ones and our family and those close to us, because we couldn't be around, you know, a lot of others. You know what I'm saying? So it really helped me to sit and focus and kind of like think about what I want to do in music. And that's everything I said previously. Just continue to elevate, continue to inspire, continue to grow, to continue to learn. You know what I mean? Continue to be teachable, but also put that into the music as I learn. You know what I mean? Give whatever I receive back out to the universe. You know what I'm saying? So the pandemic actually helped me to see those things, to actually to care a little bit more, also, you know, to slow down a little bit more. And when I say care a little bit more, but care about more than just myself or my personal gain or goals, you know what I mean? But to help others around me and to really build G is and focus on the artist a little bit more and continue just to work. You know, it's funny because me and a couple homies, we always joked about it, you know, like we was like, man, this quarantine, this is perfect for us because we could just sit at home, make music and put it out and don't got to go nowhere, you know, because that's what we like to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I love to do shows and to be, that's probably my number one favorite thing is to actually get in front of my fans and perform, go on tour, you know, do shows, touch the people and see how they react to the music, get to actually touch and feel the people, you know what I mean, the energy in the room and just to see the gathering of like minds, you know what I mean? Because when you come to a Stalley show, you're a different type of person, you know what I'm saying? Like you a different type of
going to the theater, go to a Stalley show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you really gonna tap in. So I mean, I've had people say they've met their husbands and wives at my shows, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you a special type of person when you come to a Stalley show. So if you a guy and you see a girl and she by herself, you like, I'm single, she's single, and she at a Stalley show. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, we tapped in. So, but yeah, so I love to, you know, actually be in front of the fans and to do that. But at the same time, my energy is be at home, creating in my studio, you know, put out the music and give it to the world. So it didn't really affect me in that way, but it definitely inspired me to actually push myself and to challenge myself and not just sit and be lazy or wait for the world to open back up. You know what I mean? It actually challenged myself. So yeah.
Now let's get into this new project, which I've had definitely on repeat. Gone, baby, gone.
Woo,
and
TBG.
Man, listen here, brother. Oh man, I swear to God, man, somebody gonna have you writing a TV show or something. Sooner or later, with the gems you dropped on this project, and with the, I mean, just everything was just like, it seemed like you dropped it perfectly. The production, the stories, I mean, it was just another beginning to end joint I had to just groove to.
Right.
Now, tell us like what was the process for you for this specific project? What was it for you? Like, what was going through your mind? What was in your soul? What was like? How did Gone Baby Gone come to what we have now as one of the hottest projects, hip hop projects that's out there?
Period. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, and thank you for saying that. But you know, we don't got all the big budgets and all that like everybody else do. But this is definitely one of the best projects of the year. You know what I mean? Of the past, I would say 2-3 years. And I put my heart, my body, my soul, my spirit, everything I put into this music. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just I wanted to be free when I created it, like creatively free. I just wanted to do whatever felt comfortable, whatever felt right, whatever the music told me to do. I wanted to be an instrument. I wanted to create in that way. And that's why it's Gone Baby Gone. Because it's like, man, it's almost like your mom saying, go on, baby, go. Like, you know, like she cheering you on, go on, baby. That's my baby, go on, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted it to feel like somebody was just like my mother or my family or friends or whoever, or the fans of Blue Collar Gang and Stalley. I wanted them to just be cheering, like, go on, my nigga, you got it. Like, you the one. Like, you here, you arrived. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I did in a creative way where it was just, I took my mind to different places where I just was able to elevate. And like I said, I didn't overthink. It's kind of hard to, I know you probably can understand because you're a journalist, you know, you're a writer yourself, other artists. I know everybody can relate in some way, but it's just about taking that pressure, taking that weight off your shoulder, not overthinking. I'm someone who lives in my head. I overthink constantly. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to basically not overthink. I wanted to be free. I wanted to exactly like whatever when I put on a beat, if I vibe to it, whatever I said. And you know, and that's another thing, just being comfortable, just saying and doing whatever the music tells you to do.
Now, I mean, definitely, and I felt like you was listening to the project. I felt like you was in the era of like maybe like the 60s, 50s or the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
You was in that era, and it was where you could just go to the park, or you know, like you can hear the music as you're walking through the park, seeing the brothers playing chess in the park, or seeing the elderly couple that's been together for like 60, 70 years.
Right.
Like, it's like I actually was walking through a Fort Greene Park.
Yeah.
Walking through, listening to this project, and I'm like, yo, yeah,
yeah,
like I was just sitting like, man, I would have gave anything to be sitting in the studio as you were creating this like dope piece of art.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's just that journey, just taking you through the current time of Stalley and where I'm at mentally. You know what I mean? And just you know, just educating, you know what I'm saying? Just giving the listener a little glimpse into my life and into my head, into where I'm at, just as a person right now, you know what I'm saying? So I think that I was able to express that through this project and to be a little bit more free with my creativity.
Let's talk about a little bit about your choice of production.
Yes.
Because I mean, you had some. Woo,
yeah. So that's another thing I do, not to cut you off, but I meant to say this in the beginning, but yeah, it was produced by one producer his name is Black Diamond. He's been with me, you know, as far as producing goes. He's blue collar. He's like the first Blue Collar Gang producer, you know what I'm saying? But he's been with me since Savage Journey to the American Dream was when the first time we worked. So you talking about, man, about 10 years. Almost, you know what I'm saying, that we've been aligned, and he's done production on the Ohio album, on Honest Cowboy, just throughout the projects from Savage Journey till now. But we always wanted to do one body of work where he's just the producer, I'm just the artist, and we just fill it out like that. And we did with Gone Baby Gone, and it came out magical, man. Like, he's just someone who knows my sound, who knows the vibe. He's someone that if I hear something, I can send it to him and be like, yo, you should flip this, or yo, here's a sample, or I could be listening to some Curtis Mayfield or something, and I'm like, yo, take this part right here, and he's gonna send it back, and it's gonna be exactly how I would envision it, or I would do it if I'm a producer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just an incredible producer. Shout out Black Diamond. But yeah, the production top to bottom, he killed it, man. He's another one who just elevates and just continues. I'm so proud of him because he just continues to get better and better. And he's worked with a lot of people, from everybody from Mac Miller to Logic, myself, you know what I'm saying? He's a ton of other artists. So he's an incredible producer, man. And I want him, again, it's about getting the family that love and recognition that they deserve, because he's amazing. He needs to be on every top album every year, you know what I'm saying? Because he's that type of producer.
Nah, I mean, he sent me with you guys. I mean, created on this project, man. Like, yeah, y'all sent me into. I stopped wearing snapbacks and fitteds for a little bit. I started wearing fedoras.
Yeah, like, you stupid.
I started wearing fedoras. I was like, nah, my soul ain't with it right now. I gotta be a little smooth with it.
Yeah.
But when you look back on doing this project, is there any features you wish you could have brought in but you was unable to execute?
Not, my features is when I think of features, like, when I think of artists that I would love to collaborate with or whatever, it's artists that I personally don't have a personal relationship with, and just artists that I admire as well. So nah, not really. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if the artist that I could get on the projects or that project, I would reach out to them if I had lines on them or whatever. But as you know, I'm not a heavy feature guy as it is. Like, it has to be someone, like I said, that I really truly admire as an artist, as a musician, or a friend. You know what I mean? Somebody that I really consider a friend in music, because I don't want to do no music with nobody who don't want to promote the record or don't want to shoot the video after you do it and all that. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, why did we do the collaboration? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with me. Like, I'm not going to collaborate. I'm not going to give you a feature or a verse if I'm not willing to do the extra things on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Business is business. Sometimes people pay for features or whatever, or they pay for different things, and you do it like that. But at the same time, if someone wanted a video, if somebody wanted certain things, I'm going to try to make myself available the best way I can.
I mean, and I can definitely appreciate that, because it makes you as an artist unique. We can tell that you take your craft serious, and it's consistent growth. So, and which is always a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I see that you're following in that same blueprint. Like, you're just allowing yourself to keep growing mentally and spiritually and bringing us something new.
Yes, it's important. And that's what hip hop is. You know what I mean? Hip hop is that. It's growing, it's learning, it's protecting, and it's you giving back. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's not always charity or giving back money or whatever. That's great, and that's what you should do as well, especially when you have it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're supposed to give back in a way where you're building, not destroying, if that makes sense. So we always want to build, we always want to elevate, we always want to grow. We don't never want to destroy or deplete, or you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why these guys like the Nas's and Jay-Z's and there's many Kanye West's, there's many artists who've been in this game 20 plus years or whatever, 30 years, whatever, and they continue to grow, continue to get better at their craft, because they're building constantly.
Now, right now, are you on tour, or what's going on? Because I know a lot of people are probably, especially your loyal fan base.
Yes.
They're on pins and needles to see you on that stage. I'm one of them. One of them. And now I can honestly tell people, like, Stalley, that's my bro. That's my man.
Right.
Like, I can actually be at the shows and, like, just like.
No, facts.
Just point at you one time, like, that's my guy.
Yeah, already.
But any tours coming up, man, and shows?
Yeah, so we were working on that. I would say probably it won't be until like top of next year. As far as the touring goes, right now I just been locked in, working on new music still, creating still as well. But hopefully, top of the year, hopefully a lot of the, the COVID and everything will be more under wraps, you know what I mean? Hopefully it will start getting better and it doesn't spike up anymore. That, I know it's been spiking up crazy, and, everybody who's been affected by that, you know what I mean? I send out, my love and support and condolences, for that. But yeah, we just want to make sure everything is right, get out there and really have it moving. Don't have to worry about things getting cut short or cut, period. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I can't wait, to get in front of you guys and the fans and, just feel that love. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? It's funny because right before COVID actually really hit, I did a small United States tour, like a small leg. And then I was supposed to go overseas and do a second leg of it. And right when we were supposed to go overseas, it got everybody got shut down and quarantined. Like, it was mandatory. So yeah, I don't want something like that to happen again, but definitely we working on it. But stay tuned. Trust me, bro. I got some good things coming. And touring is included. You know what I'm saying?
Myself and anybody that knows your music, even people that don't know your music yet.
Right.
Trust me. I know. I mean, the wait is gonna be worth it.
If you love the music and you haven't came and seen a Stalley show, then you even in a more of a treat, because that's what I do. Like the shows, anybody who's been to a Stalley show can vouch. The energy is up there. I'm putting my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears on the stage. I'm trying to give you guys the best show, that I possibly can. And we gonna all leave out of there sweating and, on a high. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, and in New York, to get high is now legal.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, you right about that one.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. So I can't wait.
No, neither can I, man. Neither can I. Now, I mean, everybody that knows you mainly from music, but is there anything else that Stalley's gonna bring to the forefront as far as your greatness? Like, are you planning on doing any TV, movies, anything fashion, or maybe even like Sean, maybe even do something political? What else is gonna be in your repertoire for your career?
Well, hopefully all of the above. You know what I mean? I hope to tap in to not so, I wouldn't say so much political on the Shine level. I love what he's doing, especially back home in, in Belize, where he's from. You know what I mean? He's doing major things and just, again, elevating, building. He's building, you know what I'm saying? I love to see it. But that's what I would want to do, not only for, where I'm Massillon, Ohio, but also in Brooklyn, New York, because those two places are home to me. Again, I spent 17 years in Brooklyn, New York. I grew up there. You know what I mean? I became a man there. And I got so much love and passion for this, for BK. You know what I'm saying? And I got so much I want to give back to the people because it gave so much to me. You know what I'm saying? I will say that Brooklyn it built me and turned me into who I am. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be the businessman. I wouldn't be as savvy. I wouldn't be as tough, you know what I mean, as I am if it wasn't for New York. So, and Brooklyn, New York, is to be specific. But yeah, so that I want to do more things like that. I definitely I'm tapping into the fashion, blue collar gang. We've been, sending out a lot of merch, but I also want to turn it into a full on like line, like a brand, you know what I mean? Like an actual heritage brand, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Something for the everyday man and woman, good pieces, you know what I mean, that you can, have in your just something that you can. I want you to always have a BCG piece on every day. You know what I mean? Okay. Whether it's a hat, a t-shirt, some boxers, some socks, some pants, whatever it is, I want that to be a part of your everyday wardrobe for the men and women. You know what I mean? So that, and then I'm definitely want to, get into the art, that artist side of me, and that's with acting, possibly writing, doing some film, you know, things like that. That's my next thing. So just I feel like and being a better CEO, being a better label head, being a better executive, being a better businessman, and helping those artists that's up under me to become me and more. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully way more than I, you know, ever did in music. I want to have them exceed by light years. You know what I'm saying? So that's a goal as well.
All right. So listen, man, we've been going in deep pretty much this whole interview. So I say right now we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready, man? Listen, I mean, you know, you can take a sip because we're gonna do something I want to call win or lose. Now with this, hold on, I gotta get my question right because you know I made my notes for today. But all right, so we're gonna do something called win or lose, and what win or lose is I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna name artists, and you're gonna tell me if against those artists you're gonna win or lose.
Okay.
Right? If you think you're gonna win or lose. So
and rapping?
Yeah. Well, all right. So let me just come out and ask a question. If you want to do a versus against these next artists, I'm going to name. All I want to hear from you is whether you think you're going to win or you're going to lose that versus.
Okay.
All right. So the first artist I'm going to name is Wichita, Kansas' very own XV. Would you win or lose?
I'm gonna win.
Ooh, okay. I can but that'll be a hell of a versus right there.
Yeah.
That'll be a hell of a versus.
He ain't no slouch.
Not at all.
No, yeah.
Not at all. All right. Second artist is I believe he's a dear friend of yours. One of my favorite artists.
Yo, I would love to do that. That would be amazing.
All right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. The third artist, Rapsody.
I'm gonna win.
Okay, you know, a few ladies ain't gonna like that, but okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Rapsody though.
Yeah, they might not like that. Okay,
these are all amazing artists though. I'm just, and I'm thinking, I'm not even being biased. I'm just thinking of my catalog and the records that I got. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about popularity. We ain't talking about who's been doing it longer, who got bigger backings or money, whatever. We talking about records.
Yeah.
I got this.
Definitely. I mean, all right. So the fourth one, I'm gonna take it to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Uncle Murda.
Oh, I'm winning that. Shout out to Uncle Murda, East New York. That's my dog. I got that though.
Yeah, you definitely all right. You definitely you put me in a hot seat right now because I know a couple people like, oh, he said he give Uncle Murda business.
Yeah. They gotta talk. They gotta hate it. They gonna either hate it or love it.
That's a fact. All right, so this is the last one. Red Café.
I got it.
So
that's a clean sweep. That's a clean sweep.
Yeah, clean sweep. Listen.
That's a clean sweep. The only one that's gonna be some trouble. The only one that might be a little bit of trouble is Spitter, my dog. he got some joints. You know what I mean? Uncle Murda got all of the wrap ups. So those always, you know what I mean? He got a couple club joints too. He got some joints. Red Cafe too. Rapsody, we know Rapsody. She barring niggas to death. You know what I mean? It ain't about female. It ain't about female or male. She rapping with all of us. You know what I'm saying?
I could listen. Don't blame me if Swizzy or Tim hit you tomorrow. Like, yeah, we seen the interview. So,
you know what would be amazing though? Speaking of that, and I thought about this before, and I'm not saying that they have to do it even with somebody like myself, but I think it would be dope. Is even if, and I just thought about this right now, even if they used it as an undercard, you know what I'm saying? To give artists, up and coming artists or artists that are, you know, not as mainstream to say, give them that platform to actually do it too. You know what I mean? So like if you got a battle where you have Fat Joe and who he's about to Ja Rule, right? If you got Fat Joe and Ja Rule, then maybe you do somebody, you know, do one where it's man, I can't even think of like some names, but say it's you know, Big Crit and Dom Kennedy or something. You know, I'm just throwing out names, but give them, you know, just to give them a platform, because there's millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people who watch those. So now you're giving, not only you're celebrating the great artists and the artists who've done, you know, who've made history in the music industry, but you're also putting a spotlight on artists who, a lot of those people that's watching for Fat Joe, and they may have never heard of a Big Crit or a Dom Kennedy, but now you're giving them the opportunity to be heard and to be seen and to grow new fans. So I think it would be dope.
I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, but I think that's a dope idea, man. Like, I would love to see 2 battles one night instead of seeing one battle all night. It gives you a little switch of flavor.
Yeah, and you know, not everybody might tune in, or people might tune in and out, or people might, you know, but there's a lot of music lovers who want to be put on. You know what I mean? They want to know who's the next dope rapper, or who's the rappers that I've missed out on all of these years. You know what I mean? Or you might even bring a whole different crowd in too, because people who listen to Stalley and Currency and Big Crit and Dom Kennedy and Freddie Gibbs or whoever these people, you know, they might not listen to. I mean, they might. The fans of ours might not even be listening to Fat Joe and Ja Rule and that. So now you bringing in 2 different fans in the same room and celebrating music.
Nah, that's definitely a dope idea, man. Like,
switching, Tim, if you want, holla at me, man. I can help you, you know, curate that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, all right, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat, man. This is where the questions about to get real saucy. You know how Brooklyn do it.
Yeah. It's getting spicy. So let's get spicy there.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so this one is an old classic. Smash, Wife, and Pass.
Okay.
So for that one, we got Jess Hilarious, B Simone, and Pretty V. Which one would you smash? Which one would you wife? And which one would you pass?
I'm passing on all of them. Shout out to them though. I'm passing on all of them.
You can't do us like that, man.
I'm passing on all of them.
Hey, you know what? Since you gave us so much good music, I'm gonna let that slide. Even though I'm kind of like, damn, man, I would have seen you like the wife one of them, but all right.
Nah, I'm passing. Yeah, I'm passing on all of them. Shout out to
no worries. All right, so let's take the next question. The next question is 1996. And you, as a hot up and coming artist, you're approached by 3 labels.
Yes.
Bad Boy, So Def, and Rockefeller. Who would you sign with?
In 96?
1996.
I'm gonna go with Bad Boy.
Why? I gotta hear that. Wow, with that one.
In 96, they had it on fire. Everything they touched was going crazy. Diddy just had the juice then. I'm from Craig Mack to Biggie to, you know, the Locks to, Mary J. Anything that was affiliated with Bad Boy, they just had the formula. So in 96, if I could have picked anybody, I would probably have went with Bad Boy.
Yeah, that'd probably been, because Biggie was alive in 96. He didn't pass away in 96.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To hear you and him on the record together,
this would have had me himself. I'd have been like, I'm over here. Big in the Locks.
You probably been down with Kim, Junior Mafia, Uns, and
that's another thing. Yeah, all Junior Mafia and them, man. Come on, they had it on lock. I mean, because at the time, Rockefeller really only had Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And So Def in '96 had the Brat. You know, that was when Funkdafied was heavy. They had Crisscross. You know, but in '96 I was a child, so maybe I would have went with So Def. But if I'm grown in '96, I'm going with Bad Boy.
Okay. Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Now this next one, actually somebody gave this to me, and I just thought it was just funny. Well, name something that Rick Ross can never beat you at.
Basketball.
I see the same sports.
Basketball. Nah, he ain't.
Listen, Ross don't want that kind of smoke.
He don't want to get on the court. I know he be on the court, you know, a little bit, but nah, we not gonna do that.
I'll do that. But yo, would you play J. Cole in the game of 1-on-1?
Of course.
I'll
play any rapper, any entertainer in basketball.
I would love to see you and J. Cole go at it. A 1-on-1 game right there at Brooklyn Bridge Park. Just going heavy.
I'm with it. Cole, hit me up. Let's do it. I'm taking all challenges.
This is gonna be the last question I got for you right here. And I'm bugging out right now because I had the question up here. And okay, you're doing a movie. Which one of these veteran actresses would you do an intimate love scene with? Halle Berry, Nia Long, or Jada Pinkett Smith?
All of them. see, you asked me. I gave you a pass on all of them. I'll give you all of them.
I mean, that's not a bad answer. I think every man who heard that question was. But if I
gotta pick one, if I can only pick one, it would probably be Halle Berry. You know, she was just everybody's, you know, dream girl growing up.
I don't know, cause for me, like, when I think of Halle Berry, I think of like movies like, you know, Monsters Ball, of course.
Oh yeah.
And how she got busy. But then when I think of Jada Pinkett Smith, I think of Jason's Lyric.
Yeah.
And then when I think of Nia Long, I think of Boys in the Hood. So it's like, damn, who would I?
Yeah.
Best man.
Yeah.
But who? So for me, I probably would snatch Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
Because she about that life. If you watch Jason's Lyrics, she about that life.
Yeah.
She in the grass.
I see what you said. Yeah, I see what you said. I
ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'm like, we gonna.
Right.
But yo, I hate to do this right now, man. But because I know that if we really was to sit here and talk, we can go for hours. And I know you're a busy man. You probably gotta head to the studio. But let me first thank you, brother.
Nah,
I appreciate you. King, keep doing everything you're doing. You have my unlimited abundance of support.
Thank you, bro.
And I appreciate you, man. For let everybody know where they can go check out the new album, Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah, Gone Baby Gone everywhere, man. Wherever you stream music, wherever music is purchased, wherever it's streamed, you can get it. Make sure y'all purchase it. I am fully independent, so all of your purchases count. You know what I'm saying? But stream it to death if you don't purchase it. You know what I mean? I understand a lot of people got Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Y'all pay that subscription. But yeah, man, you can get it Apple, Google Play, Deezer, wherever you find music at, YouTube, wherever, it's there. And all my music is there. You know what I'm saying? The whole catalog is on all of the streaming services on YouTube, videos out. Tap in with me. Make sure y'all follow me on social media. Follow me on Spotify. Follow me on YouTube. You know what I mean? Subscribe, hit the like button. That's what the YouTubers say. You know what I'm saying? Do all of that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody tapping in who knows and doesn't know Stalley. I appreciate y'all the same. Make sure y'all tap in with me. Thank you for the support and love. Y'all already know.
And that is a wrap. That's another one for the Renayssance. Yo, y'all know how I do it, man. Shout out to Stalley. Shout out to his manager, my boy Troy, man. Appreciate you. Put all this together. It's a done deal.
Yeah, shout out Troy.
I'm about to get off the recording of this because you know Stalley gonna give me a job with Blue Collar Gang, so you know I might sign. I might get you signed.
Right. Facts.
But y'all know how I do, man. You dig? I know you do.